How's it going? Welcome back. It's your guy with Cardinal Lawn Life tonight at about 7:41. So, I'm just going to sit here and wait for the live chat to come on and for people to start, live chatting here. We are going to talk about serious things here. I'm trying to get my calendar out from underneath my laptop. If it was a little shaky for y'all, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get this out from underneath my laptop. It's a calendar. I just got to mark off what today was. So today was the 19th. Tomorrow's the 10th, right? Yes, today was the 9th. So, go on here like this. And then mark off my calendar. I talk to myself a lot whenever I'm doing stuff in my office, but today was that, so we're good there. This can go right back up underneath my laptop. I got me a drink of Dr. Thunder. I will say that my office hours are from 6:50 to about 3:30. I haven't got down to fixing it yet. Well, that didn't go very well. Stick it right in here inside my desk. Now, let me see. I got just one more thing that's got to come from Amazon. I thought they were going to come today, but they didn't. So, one of the things that I'm waiting on is my 2 mirrors. And then I got some mirrors for this thing here. I'm just waiting for them to come in too. So, once they get here, I'll be, good to, I guess, to rock and roll and cruise. Main thing is, been sitting around here being bored. There ain't a whole lot to do. There's no weeds or nothing growing. So here I am, just been sitting around being bored. Hopefully things will start growing soon to where I can actually make money. Ow. I'm over here getting beat up by drawers of my desk. There's nothing in that. I don't know where my boy Chris is at, but hopefully he'll pop in soon. I ain't got a whole lot of nothing to do here besides to sit here and just, I guess, goof off and do a big nothing. A big nothing is normally what I do, but and that is, of course, for right now. I do need to get some extension cords out. So. I gotta get extension cords out for my power stuff. Here, let me get it to where you guys can actually see me. Here we go. Oh. Big ginormous box here. Oh, God. Oh. That's one extension. Two extension. Oh yeah, go through some boxes to get extension cords out for your lawn maintenance. Having your own, I will say, to have your own business career, it's hard to keep up with it once you start it. It's not as hard to start the business, but it's hard to keep it going and running it. So. But it's good that you're working because hey, Joshua. But it's good that when you start working and stuff, your lawn maintenance and stuff will keep up as long as you're you're doing the right thing with the business. And as long as you're doing the business, then you do what you can and keep the business running. You just got, when you keep it going and stuff, do what you can. It's all that good stuff. Making the money that you want to make, and you just can add it up to buy as much stuff as you need. But see, I have an electric push mower that's, hang on, what's the name of that push mower? Cobalt. And that Cobalt mower, it's a good mower, but it's electric. So I'm trying to what I'm going to try to do is upgrade, you know, to where I can have uh that much money. But you can do what you can, but when you make that money, you want to upgrade it to where you can upgrade to a gas power mower, check the oil that you need into it, and all stuff like that. So you got to do what you got to do to make sure that you're up with everything that you're doing. Um, so like this is 100-foot extension cord, and I forget if this is like 50, 55 foot or 57 or fit 75, but it's a good cord. I used to have so many cords, but see, I gave them up to people. I gave one away. I had a bunch more orange ones, but I gave one away because all I really need is just two. I ain't if I upgrade to a gas powered mower, I won't need extension cords no more. So, you just want to kind of keep that in mind, and you want to know in case you guys didn't know, you can make a decent amount of money, whether it's $30, $40. But if it's a small yard, you don't want to charge too high. You might want to do 45, maybe 40, 45, maybe 40, maybe just 40, maybe just 60. But it just depends on how big the yard is. Like, for an acre, shoot, I say you might want to charge 120 or 130, but you might want to just reconsider on how much money you might want to make, because you got to think of how much money it might take or how long of an hour it might take for you to mow. It's just all kinds of different things like that you might want to reconsider. But you want to make sure that you definitely want to make sure you're being fair with your pricing. You don't want to price too high, because then somebody might be like, "Oh, we can't afford you," or something like that. So you just want to go easy with your pricing, making sure you're being fair and stuff like that. That's just it takes time to do what you got to do, but when you're in the business or lawn business or whatever, you're doing it just for the people that you're working for. You're making sure you don't want to. I'm just gonna put it like this: you don't want to do the job dirty. You want to get the job good. You don't want to do the customer dirty to where you do half of the job and then you leave. You want to make sure from start to finish that job looks good and magnificent, so that way they just call you back to do it again, and you have them for a long time term. That's just what you want. You don't want to you just don't want to do them to where they don't call you back. Well, that's with any job. That's with any job, because I'm going to tell you, any job can start you from start to finish, but to do from start to finish, you got to do it. You just got to do it. But I'm not going to be on here very long. I'm going to say about in between 8 or 8, 8 o'clock, 8:20, in between that, I might start winding down on this YouTube channel. If I would have started way earlier, I would have been on here for a long time. But I mean, I am tired, so I ain't gonna lie. I just wanted to spend time with y'all right here and to let you guys know and give you all basically the lowdown on what's going on tonight here. I want to say about morning time early, I should be on here, going on about whatever. But I'm actually gonna say, I will probably go live tomorrow and show you my live setup of what's going on. But I kind of want to wait until my mirrors come so I can show you my setup for lawn care and stuff like that. Show you what I use, the tools that I use, and stuff like that. I don't have 100 and something tools. I just have very little, like hedge trimmers, edger, a weed eater and a blower. And I have loppers. That's about it. I don't have a shovel. I don't have nothing of that. I do have a rake, but it's over at my sister's house. I'm just waiting on to get that back. So it's a pleasure to be working. I'm going to tell you that. It's a pleasure to be working. It's a pleasure to be making money because money's going to be to have, you know. And but I'm just going to tell you, as of from the start to finish, you want a job to look good. That's all it is. Whether it's pulling weeds or whatever it may be, but you definitely want to make sure the job is good from start to finish. Now today I did a small tree job. I did it today. I cut a branch. You want to make this is the one thing you want to make sure that you're standing on the right side or whatever side of the branch. You don't want to stand on an opposite side, because if you stand on the opposite side like I did and you cut that, it's gonna whack you in the darn face. I got whacked today in the face. And I'm gonna tell you, my buddy Chris Sturridge on here that said, "Who is this guy?" You know, he actually got on a ladder and started cutting with a chainsaw. That tree come down and whacked him off the ladder, and he had a bruise going all the way from his back to his neck. It was the nastiest bruise I've ever witnessed a guy having. But you just want to make sure that in landscaping or lawn care, you're being safe. You don't want to be dangerous. That's just the main thing there. If you guys got any questions for me, I would just put it in the live chat. But other than that, I'm about to log out. I will probably say tomorrow from about 6:50. I'm gonna give it a little bit because I got how I am with my coffee. I call my coffee with soda pop. So I got to have that in my system. So I say a little bit after I have that in my system, I should be going live first thing in the morning. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that, that would be great. I want to say about 10ish. It should be going on because I got to hook the trail. I got to show you how to hook the trailer up to the whatever. So you got to do what you got to do to make money in the business in the long run. So I'll show you my setup and stuff like that tomorrow. I want to say about 10ish. It should be going. I should be live about 9:30 tomorrow morning. If not like more. If not 9:30, then 9:45. 9:45 I should be on here. Just you want to just check it every now and then. Check YouTube every now and then. See if I'm on here. But those of you that watch me should get like a notification. So if so, just it is what it is. All right, closing out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in and stuff. I do appreciate it. But the main thing is just stay safe out there. Keep making money. Keep mowing. Keep making money. Keep growing. Keep making money, boys. Cardinal Lawn Life out of here. This is your boy, Cardinal Lawn Life. JD Dasher out of here. See ya.